In the figure below, two identical right angle triangles, they overlap. So it's this one, and then they overlap over here. Okay, they said that AC is 5. Okay, so I'm going to write here 5 cm. And conveniently, they've given us to be 7. I also know this 7. If you take 12 minus 5, isn't it 7? Okay, but whatever. They said that the area that overlaps is CDE. This is the area of overlap. But this is the shaded part. Okay, so number 1, they're trying to trick you. Now they're telling you that this is the overlap part. Then they're trying to tell you that this is a shaded part. Okay, they're just trying to trick you. Do not fall for the trick. Okay, come on. Now, how do you find this shaded part over here? The method I'm going to teach you, right, may be slightly different from what your teacher taught you, but I find this the most effective and the fastest way. So you can just go ahead and use my method if you want to. Now, if this is 7 cm, this will be 7 cm, correct? Okay, so we have 7 cm over here. If these two triangles, this one and this one, they are the same, right? Which means that the length for this and this must be the same as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to mark out this part for you. So it is this. Okay, you can see, right? This length, which is C. Okay, I'm going to put another letter. I'm going to put CF. CF must be the same as this one. If there are two identical triangles and they are meshing into each other, this will be the same. So I'm going to put here, this here is 7 cm. Now, which means that now I can find this one. I can find the area of this triangle. Because I have the base, I got a perpendicular height, which is 5. So let's go ahead and do this. So the area for this one will be half multiplied by base multiplied by perpendicular height. The base is 7, the perpendicular height is 5. So it will be half times 7 times 5. And it will give us 17.5. Yes, correct, it's 17.5 cm square. Okay, now that we've already gotten this, the next part I'm going to teach you is actually how to find this. If your teacher has taught you, right, and I think your teacher should have taught you, this is what you call a parallelogram. Okay, a parallelogram is because they have one set of parallel lines, which is this, and this is also 7. Okay, and then they have a second set of parallel line, which is this and this. Okay, but you do not need to know the length of this. You just need to know this, because with this you actually have the perpendicular height. You see, these are the perpendicular height. How you know is because if you extend this, and then if you extend this, do you see it's perpendicular? Okay, so therefore it is 7 and this is 12 cm. So what is the formula for parallelogram? The formula for parallelogram is almost the same as for triangle, just without the half. Okay, so I'm going to write here formula for parallelogram. This would be base multiplied by perpendicular height. Do not just take base multiplied by the height. I'm not talking about the slanted height. This is the slanted height. This is the perpendicular height. Okay, this is the perpendicular height. This is the slanted height. You cannot use the slanted height. You can only use the perpendicular height. I know I keep on repeating myself, but you know why? Because a lot of students keep on forgetting that. So please, this is the perpendicular height. Because it is perpendicular. See, it's perpendicular. Okay, now we have the base, we have 7, and then we have the perpendicular height, which is 12. There's no need for half. Do not add half. This is a parallelogram. It's not a triangle. Okay, so this will be 7 multiplied by 12, giving us 84. And then we have 17.5, we have 84, and we want to find the shaded area. So what do? 17.5 plus 84, giving us 101.5. Correct? Yes, I'm correct. Yes, cm squared. So this is the final answer. So two things. No, I think I taught you more new things today, which is if it's an identical triangle and it's meshed up together, this length must be equal to this length. Okay, and then I reminded you how to find your right angle triangle, and also this length must be the same as this length since they're identical and they're all meshing up together. And then I've taught you the formula for parallelogram, which is base times perpendicular height. Okay, do not forget. Please do not forget. This is very important. Alright, done.